Welcome back to Charisco Crypto. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's discuss. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. Let's talk about everything else that is happening in the world of crypto, guys. So, guys, you're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. You're all welcome. Let's discuss Bitcoin. Let's discuss crypto. So, yesterday, Bitcoin blast up to all-time high. But guess what? So, a day like today, the market have a huge pullback. So, why is the market dumpy today? So let's discuss Bitcoin and everything else that is happening in the market. So at first, yeah, you're welcome, guys. So yesterday, Bitcoin skyrocketed to $124,500. So a new all-time high. That's because the previous all-time high was about $123,000. But guess what? So after my live stream yesterday, even during my live stream yesterday, I said that so don't sleep on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is ready to break out, and Bitcoin is ready to break a resistance. So which is what I said yesterday that Bitcoin is holding strong. So and it's ready to skyrocket, which is what happened. But today, Bitcoin is trading below, $17,000 right now. It's trading below $19,000 right now. Just $17,800. But why? You know. So let's talk about all those things that is happening in the market. But I still think that so we have 100% market manipulation is happening here because those uh, those exchanges they want to take fees and all this. The rest. But two things I think bring the market down. So we also have some positive news in the space. So first, I want to, yeah, greetings to you all, guys. Greetings to you all. So let's discuss Bitcoin and crypto. So first, let's look at the market. So you guys can see, so most of the altcoins are in red. I got liquidated, guys. This is why I say don't trade with leverage, guys. Yesterday, my portfolio rise up. I was in profit. I showed you guys, but guess what? So the market dipped down just now. Despite I set what? I set a stop loss. So $500 gone. So it's not coming back again. So, but guess what? In the past, it's not even up to 2 hours. We have about $500 million liquidated. That is almost about a $500 million that get liquidated in less than 2 hours. That is because so most of the altcoin were breaking out like Solana. Solana was breaking out between about $204. I decided to log in, and a lot of people log in as well. But guess what? Boom. People still get liquidated, which is crazy. So, which is why I keep saying, so don't trade leverage. So, leverage is one of the easiest way for you to lose your money. That is what happened today in the market. So, the most of the exchanges they do this to take profit. That for them to make money as well. Like hype liquidity, they have become one of the decentralized exchange that generated the most income in the crypto space. How did they make their money? They make their money during this trading. So when people get liquidated, they make money from it. So guys, which take us here? I want you guys to see this first. So the US annual PPI drops to 3.3% in July versus 2.5% expected. So this show that inflation is stable in the United States. But guess what? So this show that inflation is stable, and it happened to be that the Fed may decide not to cut rate. And you guys know that, but guess what? The Wall Street, the institutional investors, with the trade Bitcoin like a tech stock. So guess what? They decide to sell off everything they have. Each time, we have a such report. Those institutional investors, those Wall Street, which they keep buying and buying, but they also trade their Bitcoin like a tech stock, which is not. That's because Bitcoin is a store of value. Bitcoin is an asset. So, but guess what? They like today, the institutional investors they decide to sell off everything, which is why the market is down. Which also take us here. I want you guys to see this. So, this is Bitcoin drops below say 19K. So, this is a U.S. Treasury Secretary. So, what happened here is that U.S. Treasury Secretary who was on CNBC. So U.S. Treasury Secretary, which is Scott, so he was on Scott Besen. So he was on CNBC. They asked him about, their Bitcoin buy. He said, no, so the US will be buying Bitcoin. But guess what? He said that, but they will be holding their confiscated Bitcoin. They will keep holding their confiscated Bitcoin. So, which it think as of today, they are holding about 15 to 20 billion dollars in their treasury. So, those are one of the things which also contribute to what brought the market down as well. Because, so a lot of people still expecting the US to say they will be buying a Bitcoin. Greetings to you guys. Oh, you guys are amazing. So a lot of people was expecting, so at least for US to say yes, they will be starting their Bitcoin ban. Just like as Senator City Alumi said, he said that for sure, they will start their Bitcoin ban. So President Trump already get it approved for them to be buying at least to hold at least about 1 million Bitcoin in the next in the next 5 years, which they will be buying 200,000 Bitcoin in a year. But that is what happened. So first, as you guys can see here, so first the US PPI drops to 3.3%, which show that the inflation is stable. So coming again, the US Treasury Secretary, which is called BZET, he's saying that so their Bitcoin, they will be buying Bitcoin. So, but they will keep holding their Bitcoin. So, but we should also take us. I want you guys to see this, guys. Despite that the market is down today, people be scared, taking profit, which I also think is normal. It's what thing I say every single day, that it's important to take profit. So each time, even if yesterday as well, I said that, so the data are holding strong, but guys, we are still not. The market is not over yet. I want you guys to know that we are still not. It's still not over yet. So, but the worst thing to do right now is for you to trade. Don't trade right now. So, I think the worst trade, there will be people are ready to manipulate the market right now. I think trading is the worst thing you can do right now. So, public traders Square plan to raise money to buy at least about 100,000 Bitcoin by 2030. So, guys, 100,000 Bitcoin, even if BlackRock, as of today, BlackRock still not hold up to 100,000 Bitcoin. So, 100,000 Bitcoin is what about 1 point, no, it's what about 1 billion, 100 and something billion. It will be worth about 120 billion dollars. So in order for you to be able to hold about 100,000 Bitcoin as of today, that is huge. So that is huge. So which is this public traded company, which is Quan. So they are planning to raise more money, at least to buy up to 100,000 Bitcoin by 2030. More people keep embracing Bitcoin every single day. Once you understand and know how Bitcoin work and what Bitcoin start for as well. Guys, if you are watching from S, aka Twitter, every single day I do live stream where we discuss Bitcoin and crypto. Head over to the YouTube channel and subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notification bell at Charisco Crypto, so that each time I'm live, you guys will get notified. We'll be able to discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. So Bitcoin blasted off yesterday to all-time high, but guess what? Today we dropped down. So based on this inflation report, and they based on the US US Secretary's base, is saying that so US Treasury Secretary, which is called, is saying that they will be buying Bitcoin, and so they will keep holding their confiscated Bitcoin. But guess who decide to buy some Bitcoin share? Guess what? They have been down for a while. So Bitcoin, even if Bitcoin slightly kicked them up yesterday when Bitcoin head up to $124,000. But guess what? Go acquire 8% stake in Bitcoin's miners, which is a Teller Wolf, with about $3.7 billion a deal. This is huge for Bitcoin and crypto. So I keep saying it that every single day more people keep embracing Bitcoin and crypto, which is what is happening here. As you guys can see, Google decide to buy at least buy the share of Bitcoin mining, which is Teller Wolf. So with about a $3.7 billion deal. Despite today the market decide to dip down, which is normal. So I still think the cycle is not over yet. The cycle is not over yet, so we still have a long way to go. This year, and hold for a long time for sure. So it's just that for sure, 100% the big boys are manipulating the market right now. So I think 100% are manipulating the market. So you witness this today. So this is a plan of a crypto attack today. So we all know people like a hype liquidity. I was at the gym. I was at the gym, so I said, let me look at the exchange performance because I log into Solana before I go to the gym. But guess what? I see, boom, Solana was now trading between about $96. I say, what the fuck? Because I set my stop loss around the 90, sorry, I say 96, $96. Solana was trading around the $196. So I set my stop loss around the $194. I said, okay, so maybe I still have, maybe I've still not get liquidated yet. So, but because, I have to set a stop loss. But guess what? When I get home, I check my hype liquidity. I found out that Solana dipped out to $188. How come? Those people are just manipulating the market for sure for them to take the fees. So, guys, which take us here? I want you guys to see this. This is a Bitcoin RSI, as you guys can see. So this chart is always from Plan B. As you guys can see, Bitcoin's monthly RSI is almost about 75%. As Bitcoin head up to $24,500 less than 24 hours, just about a few hours ago. Now the market is down. Bitcoin is down with about $7,000 in just few hours. That's crazy. That is usually unlikely to happen. So which is why I think the market will be even recover back up to like about $190,000 about an hour ago. Now it's consolidating. Let's say the market is consolidating for now. So, guys, Bitcoin monthly RSI is almost about 75%, which is orange. So we are between orange right now. So normally, I said we usually head up to 85. So 80 to 85 in the previous cycle. 85, we take Bitcoin to at least 100, which is at least $170,000. 85, we take Bitcoin to $170,000. I still don't think, let's see. So if it happen, good. I still don't think Bitcoin, which is RSI, will be able to head up to 85 this cycle, which is $170,000. So Bitcoin going at least RSI going to 175 right now. We take Bitcoin almost 75. It take Bitcoin to what? It take Bitcoin to $124,000 yesterday. But guess what? Bitcoin RSI heading up to, as you guys can see here, which is heading up to like about 75. We'll be taking Bitcoin to $170,000. I still think 80 is possible. RSI 80 is possible, which it will be taking Bitcoin at least to $150,000 this cycle. So don't be scared. So don't be scared. So which is the resistance strengthening index. So the resistance strengthening index is between about 75, guys. So don't be scared. So it still show that we are still in bull cycle, and the market is still holding strong. So keep holding, guys. If you are watching from S, aka Twitter, head over to the YouTube channel. I can see most of you guys are watching from S, so head over to the YouTube channel and Charisco Crypto. So subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell. Make sure that you turn on your notification bell so that each time I'm live, you guys will get notified. We'll be able to discuss Bitcoin and crypto together. That is one of the way for you to support the stream. So support the stream by subscribing to the channel, turn on notification bell, share the stream with your friends and family. Let them know about Bitcoin and crypto because we are still early in crypto, guys. So, guys, which take us? I want you guys to see this. What next? So this is El Salvador president, which is President Nayib Bukele. He posted this yesterday. So President Nayib Bukele posted this yesterday when Bitcoin head up to $124,000. So we top out at $124,500 yesterday. That's what, guys. I was telling you guys yesterday that if Bitcoin head up to $125,500, because we was having a huge liquidation there, which will cost about which will have about short liquidation worth about 2 to 3 billion dollars liquidation yesterday. So I think it was one of why the way push decide to push the market down, because if Bitcoin will have head up to 125,500 dollars yesterday, we will have about $3 billion liquidation, short liquidation. But guess what? It will have taken Bitcoin above 100. We will have taken Bitcoin above 128 to 130,000 dollars yesterday. So before the market, the Bitcoin decided to pull down when it was trading around the $124,500. So guys, this is El Salvador's portfolio. So El Salvador president, which is President Nayib Bukele, as you guys can see, he posted this yesterday. That is because they are up huge, So I keep saying this, people, this year still become one of the best strategy to make money in crypto. So it's not by trading. If you look, a day like today, nobody expect that Bitcoin will dip from $124,500 to $170,700 as of right now. That is, Bitcoin beat down with about more than about $7,000 between a few hours. That is huge. So why the market dipped down so hard? Because we still have a lot of log which they get liquidated. In 1 hour, we have over $500,000 gone, liquidated. So I was among. So I set a stop loss, so I top out with about $500 loss. But we to me, it may not be that huge, but with a lot of people, some people losing at least $10,000, $30,000, $500, $50, combined together, $500,000 is gone. Which is why I keep saying don't trade with leverage. So leverage trading is not a best option. So this year for sure, this year and hope for a long term, it still remain the best option. This year and hope for a long term. So which take us here, as you guys can see, El Salvador, they were holding at least about $768 million in Bitcoin, almost $1 billion, as you guys can see, with unrealized profit of about, as you guys can see, with about $468 million. This year it works. It still become one of the best strategy to 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 accumulate more Bitcoin. So, guys, if you're watching from SAK Twitter, head over to the YouTube channel. So, subscribe to the channel, smash the like, and subscribe to the channel at Charles Code Crypto. There's a link on my bio on SAK Twitter. So, if you're watching from Kick, Twitch, so guys, also follow me on YouTube every single day. I live stream where we discuss Bitcoin and crypto. So, guys, I want you guys to see this and you guys to share your idea, what you guys think about this. So, as you guys can see, this is Estonia banker, which is Rice Romos. So portfolio. Rice Romos, his Ethereum holding is now worth over $1 billion. But guess what? He lost access to this wallet. So yeah, happy Thursday, my man. How are you doing? So guys, this banker, which is Ryan Romos. So Ryan Romos, he bought this Bitcoin with about $75,000. So what of about now those bit that was about 2015 during Ethereum ICO. So he bought those Bitcoin for 70. Sorry, I say Bitcoin. I take that back, man. So Bitcoin is down. It's like it's kicking my head off, guys. So he bought those Ethereum. He bought those Ethereum 2015 during the Ethereum ICO. So what about $75,000 back then? But one thing I want you guys to know is that 2015, not everyone can pull out $75,000 to buy Ethereum. But he bought those Ethereum during the ICO. I remember Ethereum during the ICO, Ethereum was about 330 something cents, not even up to $1. But guess what? So this Ethereum which is almost bought between about $75,000 in 2015 is now worth about $1.1 billion, and now he lost access to it. So he lost the seed phrase. So over $1 billion. what will you guys do if you were the one who lost access to this seed phrase? Which is why I keep saying every single day, make sure you keep your Bitcoin and crypto safe. So your keep your Bitcoin and crypto safe by make sure that your seed phrase is safe. If you have more than $1,000 in Bitcoin and you want to hold for a long term, withdraw it from exchange and keep it in hardware wallet like a treasure or ledger, and make sure your seed phrase is safe, guys. It's very, very important. Over $1 billion, you lost access to it. So this sounds crazy, but that is how it is. So Ryan Ramos lost access to about $1.1 billion worth of his Bitcoin holding. It is Ethereum holding. Bitcoin keep coming into my mouth because Bitcoin is down like crazy in the past few hours. I myself am down. So you guys can see I have liquidity. So I buy before you know, boom, the market deep down. So guys, during the ICO, so when this guy, which is Ryan Ramos, he decided to bought $75,000 worth of Ethereum. Now it's worth over $1.1 billion, and he lost access to the seed phrase. Make sure you always keep your seed phrase safe. It's very, very important. So I want you guys to see this before we do Q&A. Putin versus Trump. So Ukraine talk would be testing for statecraft. So as you guys can see here, so Putin will be having a meeting with the President Trump at least to talk about this Ukraine war. At least we hope that it's come to an end, because keep getting crazy. So stocks first for the first day in three after inflation's data. This is what thing I was saying just now. Not just Bitcoin is down, as you guys can see in CNBC. The stock markets are down as well, following this inflation data that just came out for about a few hours ago. So, which is why, as you guys can see, Bitcoin is down huge, Ethereum is down, Solana is down. The market is on red today. But if you look at the 7 days performance, Ethereum is still up 19%. That is huge. It is still up 19%. If you follow the this thing here, you can see the 7 days performance. Ethereum is still up huge. So Solana is still up with 30%, but in the past 24 hours, they have been down. Let's look at the stock market performance before you guys can see. When the stock markets are down, let's look at the US stock market. US stock market, you can see is down, it's on red. Europe may be better. Yeah, you guys can see European stock market, is doing good. Let's look at Asia. Asia, let's say, negative, slightly negative, not still bad. So AS, ASX is still up with about, 0.53%. So Trump will be meeting with Putin to discuss this nuclear war. We hope it come to an end because it has been contributing to what is bringing the market down as well. So guys, let's do Q&A. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance. The market, crypto market cap is slightly is between about $4 trillion right now. So let's look at Bitcoin dominance. I think Bitcoin dominance will still be down. Yeah. As you guys can see, Bitcoin dominance is around 58.8%. Yesterday, Bitcoin dominance was almost the same as yesterday. No, yesterday was around 58.9%. But guess what? Ethereum dominance is still holding strong. More money are still going into it, guys. So we show that Ethereum is still strong. Ethereum is still holding strong. So guys, let's do Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Let's do question and answer. Let's do Q&A. Let's yeah, leave your question on the chat. So let's do Q&A, guys. It's crazy, man. Oh, this chat look horrible, man. Look horrible. It's horrible. Let's look at the deep, man. What to see? Just 6%, about no slightly more than 6%. 6.5%. Bitcoin is been down from almost about 6.5% from all-time high. Almost 7%. Let's put it at 7%. Bitcoin has been down like about 7% from all-time high. Let me see what's again. So guys, we're a bit down, slightly less than 7%. So let's do Q&A. Let's do Q&A. Drop your question on the chat. So as you guys can see, in less than 3 hours, Bitcoin is been down with about, it's slightly, let's say it's between about it's been between about 4 to 5 hours right now. The market is been going down. This is totally, guys. To me, I think this is totally about market manipulation. Sometimes the big boys want to play their game, to manipulate the market. So this is just like a crypto attack. But guess what? So this is the worst time to trade right now. So you will not be able to outsmart the market. So you will not be able to outsmart the market right now. So try to make sure you just hold. The best strategy right now is to hold. So it is going to break. I think Ethereum is still going to break all-time high. Ethereum was just about $15 away from all-time high. When Bitcoin hit, seeing a new all-time high between about 124,500 dollars. So keep holding. You guys can see, I showed you guys just now, Go just acquire about 8% stakes in Ethereum, Bitcoin mining. So, which is Tel with about $3.7 billion. That is because they still believe in Bitcoin, because they still know that Bitcoin has become one of the best performing assets over the past few years. So the U.S. Treasury Secretary saying that they won't be buying more Bitcoin, but they are still holding about 15 to $20 billion in Bitcoin Treasury. So, but they will still be holding they will still be holding a confiscated asset. So confiscated Bitcoin. Even if the Bitcoin they are holding right now is Bitcoin, is confiscated Bitcoin. So it's on it was on he was on CNBC saying that they will keep holding a confiscated Bitcoin, but they will be buying any Bitcoin anytime soon. It's also contribute to what brought the market down as well. Now Bitcoin is trading around $117,800. Nobody want to buy. But guess what? Yesterday, when Bitcoin was trading above $124,000, everybody want to buy. That was, that is crazy. Each time the market deep down, nobody want to buy. But today the market is down. Everybody. Yesterday when the market is up, everybody want to buy. Today the market deep down, nobody want to buy. That is how crazy it is. So deep down, keep this year. Each time the market deep down, embrace it as an opportunity. Each time we have a pullback, embrace it as an opportunity. Don't be scared. So that is how you make money in crypto. Yeah, guys, how are you all doing? Greetings to you guys. Oh, hope you guys are enjoying the week. You know, trading on hype liquidity, and making profit, but boom, the market deep down. You know, end of losing money. That is crazy. This is total manipulation, man, in the crypto space. Yeah, how are you guys all doing, man? I hope you guys are enjoying the week. You guys, yeah, my people, how are there? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. We keep pushing. What are you guys picking on the chat? Guys, if you are not watching from YouTube, you are missing, man. You know? So, guys, yeah, for sure, we still have some positive news on the market. So, don't be scared. So, the art season it will just be delayed. So, we just get fucked because as you guys can see, this pullback is huge. It's huge. It's huge. So but I still think dropping down Bitcoin having a pullback to 117,000 is not bad because we have a CME gap to be filled around that 17,000. So for we to be able to recover back up huge. So don't be scared. Don't be scared. So I still think this pullback is not. It's not that bad. So Aru SI is almost about a 75, which is orange. I showed you guys just now, which also show that Bitcoin is still holding strong. RSI, as you guys can see here right now, RSI is around the 75, almost 75. So, so the relatives strengthening index is show that the market is still holding strong orange. So don't be scared as well. Don't be scared. This year and hold. Even the Meta Planet CEO, which is a Simon, he said that Bitcoin is the apex money's access of the world. So because more people keep embracing Bitcoin, even if a BlackRock keep accumulating Ethereum as well. They bought about 109,000 ETH. So what about 520 million just yesterday? So that is huge as well. You guys can see, I showed you guys just now, the president of El Salvador, President Nayib Bukele. President Nayib Bukele, retweeting Bitcoin's holding. That is also huge. That is a president of a country. So a few years ago, you will be hearing that Bitcoin is being used by scammers, but now, right now, countries are now embracing Bitcoin as well. So don't be scared, guys. Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. And I also showed you guys yesterday that more than 100 more than address holding more than 100 Bitcoin hitting all-time high. So yesterday as well. Those are also positive news in the crypto space. So don't be scared. That's past. So guys, so I'll be seeing you all tomorrow from 6 p.m. Central European going, Central European time going. So Bitcoin and crypto is here to stay. What thing I keep saying is that when you're a profit, take profit is very, very important. A day like today, when we have a good pullback, you'll be able to DCA in the market. So if you don't take profit, how will you be able to DCA? So taking profit is important so that you will be able to buy back each time we have a pullback. So buying when there is blood in the market, even if it is your own blood, the strategy remains the same. So when you buy Bitcoin around $120,000, today we have a pullback to $17,000. This year more, so that even when Bitcoin is back up to $120,000, you will be in profit. So this year and whole dollar cost average. So guys, I will be seeing you guys from tomorrow. Goes from 6 p.m. Central European time. So always don't forget, you are smart and intelligent. With Bitcoin and crypto, we will all achieve a financial freedom together. Let's go, guys. See you all tomorrow. Charisco is out, guys.